What's up, guys? Got people starting to show up. Fake name bot. Nice. It's good. Informed player. How's it going? Got people starting to stop in. This is the maiden voyage on the new laptop. So, is it glitchy? Is it... everything's working? No problems? All good. Good. And new microphone. It's kind of furry. It's like it's covered in a merkin. If you don't know what a merkin is, just forget that I said that. It's not good. Not good. Let's see here. I literally just came on a few seconds ago. What's the Discord server? I need to set up a command so that you can get to the Discord server. If you pay attention, the bot will actually post it here in a minute. There it is. See? Ask and ye shall receive. I didn't do that. The bot did it. So that's the Discord server. And there's a section on there where we talk about investments and whatnot. And from there you can see what's going on. Got people starting to show up now. Ashing, how's it going? Neophyte, good morning to you. It's still it's still night to me. The elites are dropping. Yeah, they will. They'll come back. Trust. Trust. I'll be your bot. Nice. Let's see. Had a whole bunch going on. I had to take some time off just because I was struggling with all the problems with the laptop, and the streaming was killing me. On a borrowed computer was just a total bitch. Every time we streamed, everything was dropping. I couldn't get a high enough resolution. It was a pain in the ass. So I think we're back now. Should be in good shape. I didn't fix the old one. The old one is in pieces. Logic board died, and had to actually upgrade. Finally upgraded. Got something new, and new microphone. I was tired of having to constantly unplug and plug in when the robot voice came in. Yeah, so, and I was literally installing the microphone tonight to get ready for this, trying to finish out all the new equipment, get everything running, and get a video posted for UCL Round of 16. Not that the Round of 16 is anything spectacular. I mean, it's got a ton of there's a ton of stuff involved in it, but I mean, you really don't have a whole lot of choices. This is not the free-to-play walkthrough for Champions League. That's actually posted on YouTube now. I haven't went public with it. I'll do that as soon as the stream's over. All the videos go up so that members at finallyhesleeps.com get first access to it. So once they have an hour or two with it, then I usually post it here for everybody else. So is there anything else going on tonight besides that? Is anybody making money in the market? That's the big thing. Are we making money? Market is crazy. Okay, I asked you this on your YouTube, but last time you said that Courtois base will go up. Does that mean 64 Donnarumma silver will go up? Not really. It depends. We won't know until we hear more about what's going to be required for rank ups. It wouldn't be a bad idea to grab a few, honestly. Just to anybody that you think everybody already has. I usually grab a few. No, I haven't grabbed Donnarumma yet, just because I haven't gotten around to it. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab a few of those standard players. Which is the best path for UCL? It depends on what you're using. What players you're going to, what teams are you most interested in? For me, I'm definitely going for the Liverpool path. I've just started playing the matches. That's about all I've done so far. There's no advantage to playing any of the others. Just auto playing. Trying to get it done for the video that went out. I need to make room for new friend requests. I can do that. Let's see. EA trolled Liverpool fans by giving a Lovren card. That's rude. Yeah. Which ones will be the most expensive? I mean, you always got to stick with the majors. I think people are pretty much past the ZIDANE campaign, so I don't really see that having much into it. That's about it. I mean, I think the big ones are going to be the ones that are the highest value, is going to give you the most bang for your buck. I think that right mid Salah is going to be huge, especially if people start switching to the 5 in the back, like the 3-5-2, not the 5 in the back, the three back defense formations. I think there's some decent outside mids all of a sudden. And that 3-5-2 might be the way to go. I would actually use that right mid Salah, and depending upon how expensive it is and how much money I have at that point, I may do it. Jerome, favorite Twitch streamer. Thanks, I appreciate that. Do we still buy silvers and golds? Yes, I am buying silvers. I will be selling silvers. I will be fishing silvers until the very last day. Until it goes out. Did I intend to make the face bigger? Yeah, just because I'm talking. I'm auto playing. I mean, there's no point in watching that play in the background. What kind of base cards elites are the best? I think all of them, but right now the most money's coming in from defense. That's the hardest elites to come by, are the defensive cards. That's the ones I'm struggling to contain too. Will there be further UCL players coming out, or should I save my points, or are the current players going to be the only ones in the event? It's possible that they may add like a chain pack or some bullshit with that. That would be the only thing that I would assume. Yeah, that's Informed Player just said it. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it would be some chain formation. Will I change my formation to 3-5-2? I won't change it, but I wouldn't mind adding another additional to see what that does. Let's see here. Europa Leagues are less than 20K, it would be the time to buy. I haven't even looked yet. I really haven't even been in the market the last day or so. $89 Hazard. I've been investing in everybody. I have so many players that it's become such a pain in the ass trying to list everybody. That's been the hardest part lately, is trying to get everybody listed. Five Hazards at 50K. That's insane. I'll have to look, because I haven't even paid attention to see what's out there and what's coming. How was the tournament? Let's see. It was a rough weekend. Two teams down there, both U15s. The first team did well. They won, they tied, and they lost. Second team, however, holy hell. It was bad. 25 goals against, 1-4. It was a rough weekend. And there was probably way too much of that, which meant I didn't get a whole lot done other than that. Sniping Europa League players for 20K. That is insane. Yeah, Watford players. Ugh. Yeah, that loss last week for Liverpool was like a knife straight to the heart. That was rough. That was really rough. Shit your pants. Oh. Okay, so I need to unlock friends. What do I think of the event? I really haven't played a whole lot of it yet. I think based on what we're looking at, I mean, you make your way down a path, you're what, 500? I mean, it's 1.5 million in coins. So I mean, by the end of this thing is all done, it's gonna have, I mean, you're gonna have a ton of players. Where are people getting those Europa League? Are they making their way down to that first one already? How far can I make it? Oh. See, I haven't put much effort into this thing yet. Do you know when SBCs are coming? I have a feeling that we'll start to see them get integrated into events. But that's about as far as it goes right now. Oh, sure. I need 5 more just to see what player I get. We'll play one of these. 740 to finish one. Is it still worth it to buy 80 OVR? I'm buying everything I can. I made my way all the way through the last event, and I grabbed the boost bonus for spending. Was that animated? Are they all animated, or did I just get lucky? Let's see. The offer will come really easily around this week. Yeah, I mean, if you can get them this cheap right now, that's the way to go. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's a lot listed. We'll go for 30K. We'll see if we can grab any. Gotta find the queue first. Hopefully I came in close to the end. I still have a bunch of players I can claim too. We may be in the same market. Are you seeing the same ones? Oh, so it's going to be a race then to see who can hit the refresh queue to get the best one. When will be the best time to sell Europa League players? Once SBCs show up. How have I been? I've been great. And you? Australia? Is that AU? I've got a pretty decent connection right now. We're looking for that Q refresh mark. Haven't found it yet. I don't know. I don't know if I can grab anything this cheap. Will the ZIDANE campaign players? Yeah, normally in the squad building challenges, you can use anybody that's non-auctionable. Any of that stuff you can get rid of in the squad building challenges, which is why I've held on to a lot of those players, especially my icons, because I mean there's no sense in dumping some of these icons as XP when you might be able to get a lot more out of them. The new UCL event is pretty decent just because it's giving out so much stuff. I mean, as far as gameplay goes, it's not really that exciting. Hell, I just remembered I have to play Player of the Month still. If you sell a player into the market, I can't get him. It doesn't work that way. You sell into a different market than you buy from. If you got Player of the Month early, the value on the Player of the Months are, it usually takes a few months for them to come back. Like Kevin De Bruyne went up to almost 13 million, but it took him, it was 2 months out before he saw his value go up. It's like Donnarumma right now is still under 3 million, but if you wait long enough, that value on that Player of the Month card will really skyrocket. New icons and SBCs. I doubt there'll be anybody new. It'll be the same bullshit that we've had the last couple of seasons. The same kind of guys that we're seeing in the Star Pass rewards. Oops. Why hasn't Timo Werner gone up? Give him time. He will. It may take a few months, though. I mean, it might not be till June before you start to see increases in these. Still haven't found the Q refresh. Has it been 5 minutes or more, or is it a longer queue? Yeah, I feel like it's been more than 5 too. Oh, well, hell. Would I get one for 16? Five minutes. All right. Well, I grabbed one. Want to get a 16,000 one? Yeah, I still have 2 cases of this. I think I'm down to 6 or 7 left. They'll be gone by the end of the weekend. Might be going tonight. All right, so let's see. Am I going to play Player of the Month? I need to. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the market. I want to see. Or I had quite a few that were some big coin 51,000. That was the other day. I posted this. The Salah and Wrights. That was insane. That was a huge chunk of 50K, 75K players. That's when the UCL started to go. Can't remember what else I have. How do you do chem? I'm 100 OVR with 54. You need to have 80 rated players to get the chemistry. Yeah. Was that an 85 rated for 16K? That's crazy. Why aren't your silvers selling? Well, let's look. Let's see how many I'm claiming. And you realize I have 1,300 that have dismissed. And that's all that sold out of 1,300. So I still have probably another 1,000 listed. See all these that don't sell. You can't base it on... Some of these are UCLs. I sell maybe 10 for every 1,000 I have listed. So, I mean, I think I have about 3,500 silvers right now. They don't all get listed at the same time. I list them on 24-hour cycles, but I do it twice a day. Here's some UCLs. There's another round of 69s coming. I did make some money on the UCL players today, just not a ton. Ooh, Corona sold. Do I have any more of those? Hell yeah. 907,000 for an 81 rated team of the week. Now it just has to sell. I love when that happens. That's almost a 1 million coin team of the week that ain't worth shit. The people who invest lead in UCL player got whacked. I more than doubled my investment, but I didn't pay any more than 10,000 for any of those golds. I'm holding all the rest. I don't have any. I don't have any UCLs to sell. That are like, I'm holding on to all my elites. Okay, so now we go back to this. We'll try it again. Let's see if we can do it again. I'll scroll because I think I missed the beginning of it last time. Somebody said earlier nobody snipes anymore. I do. Just like this. Once you find the queue, once you know when the bot's relisting, and just hope that it's on a 5-minute cycle. It's usually a 5-minute cycle. It's almost always a 5-minute cycle. Did I buy Firmino? No, I used FIFA renders and checked it out. And at center forward, he wasn't off position. His stats weren't as high as either Team of the Year striker on position or Minamino at cam. He was quicker, but his overall stats was not enough for me to commit to it. I may have missed it. I set the timer at 4:30, but I don't know if I was on the refresh when I started, because I wasn't scrolling, and I got lucky. Salah UCL. I would use it. I would have to change formation though, but I would use it. I haven't used the Minamino. I trained him to 90 during the Carnival event, but I haven't used him yet. I haven't used that squad for anything. And when they updated, see, I will admit this, when they updated perks, I pulled Minamino and put Zidane in a center attacking mid in a 4-3-3 formation to bump my OVR one up, because I was close enough that I just needed him to bump it up. And then I threw that in for my league lineup so that I could at least hold and try to score some goals in league versus league. When the perks, you know, now that we're getting 200 perk points for a league win, I had to step my game up a little bit. I'm still holding on to this same OVR. I haven't done much of anything. I'm holding out because I really want to do a video. I want to do a live stream when I can upgrade my team a huge amount in one time. I'd like to go like 5 OVR all at once. If not for Mino, for a center forward. Now, if I was putting a center forward in, if I was using a formation with the center forward, I would use that for Mino. I would. But I don't have a center forward. I don't have any formation that I would use a center forward. I think, was it the false 9 formation? Isn't it a 3-back? That's where I would use him. Yeah, right now it's buy time. Well, I would say it's buy time, but maybe not. We're going to keep doing this until I know where the queue is. Because I really want to grab a couple of more of these for under 30k. That was awesome. What's my average goals in league versus league? I'm terrible. I'm about as... I'm horribly inconsistent. Horribly inconsistent. Oh yeah, 4-3-3 false 9. The only problem with that one, the 4-3-3 false 9, in this formation has 2 center defensive mids, and I don't... There we go. It's like I'm fishing and something bit the line. Get all excited. So what did I end up with there? 82 for 23k. That 80 Weghorst for 15k. That's awesome. Okay, so here's what I wanted to do. Did anybody sell? Did I sell anybody yet? Have I seen right wing Mueller? No. Is anybody using it? $12.46 is where I'm sitting. Current team of the week isn't that high in the buy market. He's like 200k. Well, I sold that first one for 500k. So I saw him because that's where I was sniping them for $4.99. We'll see. Do you think 4-3-3 holding is good versus attack? It depends on how you want to play. and it depends on where your strong suit is. I play 4-3-3 attack or a 4-2-4 because I'd rather put in more goals than I give up. 4-3-3, a defensive 4-3-3, it's a little bit more difficult for me to score off of that. But again, I'm not the best player. This takes forever. Too many players. I'm looking at my Twitch feed. Why is the current event rotator not working? None of the alerts are working. That's weird. False 9, it only has one CDM? Is it a CDM and 2 center mids? Is that what it is then? That would make sense. Aussie Wi-Fi sucks. Yeah, see, my elites, if somebody sold, he sold for 500K. So that Corona team of the week went for 499,999. That's where I'm sniping, or not that I'm sniping. That's where I'm fishing my elites at 500,000. So that one sold for 500,000. Then they showed a suggested price of 907,000, but apparently they're not selling. He would have sold in the first 5-10 minutes, I think. Oh well, I was excited for a second. Use that false 9 formation. I did last year when there was a center forward Firmino released. I used him for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, see, here's what I have for League versus League, that Zidane in there. But that, I haven't used it yet. I trained him to 90 just when I was using that, trying to get all those in for the event. And now I'm stuck with an outrageous amount of 79s that are all... Anybody that's locked here, they're all bronze that I trained as part of that event. So I have to play Player of the Month tomorrow. I'm nervous because I haven't not gotten the Player of the Month every month. I've gotten it every month, but I have that feeling that there's a month coming where I'm not going to get it, and I'm hoping this is not it. Hope it's not it. Oh yeah. We'll try it again. Did I see the ad of Liverpool Standard Chartered? No, I haven't. Ramos is good. I won't use him. I'll sell him. I'll hold on to him and sell him. Although he would be pretty awesome in next to Van Dijk. Ultimate Van Dijk in the back. There's a couple other strong players. Somebody in my league now is running a 3-5-2 with 3 power header center backs. I can't remember who he has. I know he puts Ultimate Van Dijk next to Ramos and somebody else. I can't remember who it is. Where am I at? I gotta be getting close. Why do I not use the FIFA Mobile Discord anymore? I'm still on there. I'll read it from time to time. I just... Honestly, the FIFA Mobile Discord is just so full of just vitriol. It's just annoying. There's so many people on there that are... How do I put this? It's like walking into a pack of hyenas if all the hyenas are sex-starved 14-year-old boys. It's just too much. I like the new Twitch server that we have. Ruben's really on top of that one and making sure it's pretty solid. Plus, I like having my own place to be able to chat. Toxic. That's kind of the best way to describe that FIFA Mobile Discord server. Now, I'll still get on there from time to time just to kind of scroll through. And I have mentions turned on because I'm that guy. So if somebody, says anything, I'll come in and see what they're saying. Or if anybody asks a question or sends me a note. But I get so many friend requests on Discord that I have a hard time accepting them all. This might not be a 5-minute queue. I wonder if it's 10. It's definitely not 5. There we go. Can I not get anybody? Come on. Well, that sucked. Did I just get one? I don't know. More worth it to play skill games or versus? Personally, I'm just doing the skill games. I mean, if you try the versus and you're happy with it, then maybe stick with it. If not, I don't know. I mean, I might have just missed it. Sniping's hard. I mean, I was doing it for masters. That's where I got most of the masters I'm holding. Most of them are listed, but I mean, there's a lot of that stuff I grabbed it sniping them for under 500k. It's tough trying to grab them though. There's just a lot going on in this event. Okay, the one thing I want to say. What should be buy now limit for 79 golds? For 79, I was buying goalkeepers for 30k. That's where I was setting it, and I was buying anybody I could grab. Within reason, for goalkeepers. And for regular players, I always go 10K. For anybody else, for me, I buy under 10. Not 49, 10. And sometimes you have to snipe them, but that's where I get all mine. Why am I buying him? 79 rated goalkeepers. This is all prep for squad building challenges. Those 79 rated goalkeepers will bring in a huge penny once they release something major with squad building challenges. Literally, that's where my entire stock is. Everything I have right now is all set up and ready, prepared for squad building challenges. My plan is, as soon as it goes, to start unloading everybody I have. Are we sure they're going to let us train up players for squad building challenges? Yes. Yeah, you can always train your players to put them into a squad building challenge. They've never required a base player. The only time they require anything is if it's nation specific, team specific, league specific, or position specific. 79 Klosterman. I have a bunch. I was selling them though, because I was buying them for under 10. Oh wait, that's wrong. I have quite a few, like 13, 14. Yeah, elites right now are cheap. This is time to buy. I mean, you can still make money. I mean, I made, what, 3 million since this, claiming the stuff I had in the last day or so. That Corona sold for 1.3 million. Why hasn't mine sold? We're in the same market, I think. Ryan Fiza, hi. Maybe that Corona will sell if yours already sold. I would be very happy if that happened. Yeah, I don't have any money to upgrade my team either. With that 4.5 million, I'll spend all that in the next day or so just buying elites. I don't know if I'll snipe them all. '86 center back for 21K. 21,000 for an 86 center back. Yeah, these values on these cards are crazy. That was nuts. 86 center back for 21,000. Could I get these cheaper? Probably. But at this point, good grief. What's my current settings for market? For that, I was just searching 80 rated at 50,000 just to see what popped up. Let's see. Is it worth to wait this much? To wait for what? Are you talking about waiting for the SBCs or what? Is still getting 80 rated under 50 good? I just did it. I mean, I still feel that the medium value of those elites is going to jump up over 200K once we have a reason to need them. You're just going to have to wait for that moment to hit. But it will. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. Sorry, I'm not playing any head-to-head right now. Actually, it's 12:30 here. And I want to get that video finished and posted, so... Yeah, I don't... I'm just going to hold. I'm definitely going to wait. I'm not unloading anybody unless I'm getting a huge amount of money. That's why I have my elites fishing at $500,000 right now. If I can get 500,000 out of an elite, I'll get rid of it. And I mean, that's 10-time markup. I'm paying 50K for elites. And if I can sell them for 100 or for $500,000, I'm happy with that. That goalkeeper is already up to 95. I haven't looked to see where he's at in my market. I think I just bought some. What the hell? Didn't we just pay 30K for that? That's crazy. Ah, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's crazy. I just did the same thing. Should I sell them or should I hold on to them? Actually, for that much money, we'll triple our money. That's fine. That's crazy. Is it worth investing so much and waiting so much for SBCs? Okay, just so you're aware, I probably have maybe 100 or 200 million invested in players right now that I'm not using. That's why I'm still stuck at 116 OVR. I'm completely fine with that, but I have the patience of Gandhi when it comes to sitting and waiting. I am like Sting in a tantric sex afternoon when it comes to investing in the market. I will go months holding players, looking for that big investment. I will never buy a player for 100,000 and sell it for 150,000. I'll buy a player for 100,000. I'll keep that shit for 6 months until I can at least get 200,000 out of it. I just will not unload a player cheaper than its value is. It's just the way I roll. I just don't like to. I don't like to give away coins. So, if you're that patient and you're okay with it, then definitely invest. But if you want a quick turnaround and you need money right now, then don't. Ramos base is under 400K. That's pretty crazy. Those values of all those Real Madrid cards have dropped so much because I think everybody's done with the Zidane campaign for the most part. I mean, you still have players, but I think with all the rest of the icons being released, the idea of a 98 rated cam is kind of, it's not really that big a deal. It was a huge deal when we didn't have all the players. Everybody didn't have 100 rated squads. Yeah, I'll just spend all this money that I've got. Anytime I can buy elites in this range, I don't care who they are, that money's going to come back. Damn. Missed it. Three-second spinning wheel. That would suck. I don't think I can handle it. goalkeeper investment in any range, not in any range, but I would say 78, 79. That's where I'm buying it. It depends. I mean, if you're nation specific, like I've gone all in on Nigerian players. I probably spent 100,000 coins total on about 100 Nigerian players from 64 up. And the only reason I'm doing that is specifically for the ability to sell those once squad building challenges come out, and we have the whole opportunity for who was it? Who's the Nigerian icon? Who is it? It's not Achoka. It's is it Akocha? Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. If you remember 2 seasons ago when they released him for the first time, the value of Nigerian players went up about 100 times. If you had anybody in your squad that was from Nigeria, they were selling for $200,000-300,000 a pop for cards that they were worth 400 coins the day before. So I did buy a bunch of those. Now that is a very risky investment. We'll see. Yeah, he was the right mid icon. He was one of the very first ones. So people were jumping into the squad building challenges at that point, really wanting to see what happened with it, and that's how his value went through the roof, which was fine by me. I loved it. Can you elaborate on how squad building challenge actually works? Okay, so what a squad building challenge is, they give you an empty formation, let's say. Sometimes it can be all 11 players. Sometimes they may only want you to fill in 4 of them. And there will be a series of challenges with it. They may say, okay, the minimum requirement is it has to be a 90 OVR squad. There's never boost involved. Boost, you don't add boost, you don't add perks, nothing. So it's straight OVR of the players. So they would say, okay, a minimum of, let's say, 85 OVR. You have to use all 11 players, and at least 6 of them must be from England. And then you have a minimum chemistry level of 100. That's how it works. And then you put your players into the squad, you build it until all of the requirements are met, and then a submit button pops up. When you click submit, the players disappear, you lose them all, and then you get whatever reward comes back from the squad. And when Icon's event was released 2 seasons ago, that's what really increased the value in the market. And what happened was when they made pass like we're dealing with right now with UCL, and the pass ended in a icon, and you had a series of increasing difficulty squad building challenges where you had maybe 6 squad building challenges to reach an icon, but the squads got more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. Thanks for the follow. Like in the beginning, it was like, let's say, an 80 OVR squad, and they could be any position, any player, as long as the OVR was 80. Then the next one, it was like, okay, it's 83, and they have to be on position. And then it got a little bit tougher. It was like 88, and then they had to be all the same league. And then the last one was like, okay, they all had to be from the same nation, and the nation was of the it was the nation specific for the icon. So like if it was a coach, you had to have all Nigerian players. That's why everything got so expensive. Yes, more difficult means usually more expensive. Higher OVR, you can train players, but trying to put together a 90 OVR squad to just give away, I mean, you have to train, you either train everybody up to 90, you use all masters. Those were usually like right before you obtained the icon. It was pretty difficult. But the rewards as you worked your way down the path were really good. I mean, a lot of times when you did that, you got back 600,000 K in XP and 200,000 coins. So a lot of times you would use the XP from this squad building challenge to build your next one. And that's how it kind of worked our way through. Okay, so how should we prepare for the squad building challenge? You should just buy a shit ton of players. That's it. You just need a ton of players. Should I invest 800K into this 79 goalkeeper and resell? I would not. Unless you can buy him for under 30K and you get lucky. Thanks for the follow. If you can get him for 30K, then I would buy him to hold on to. Just at least until the value comes back. I mean, those ones I listed, none of them sold, so who knows. But yeah, I'm still buying elites under 50K. I mean, you saw what I was searching. 50K might be a little high. Right now. I mean, I would go as low as you can. Okay, the one last thing I want to talk about before I get off here, because I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to come back on. I'll stream again tomorrow in the morning, so I don't know. Probably around 11. Let's say 11-ish. Maybe. So it's almost 1 here. 10 hours from now, we'll stream again. But I want to go over this one thing. I wanted to put this together. We were talking about the Star Pass. Now I've bought the Star Pass the last few months just because I really want all the boosts that comes in the Star Pass. It's the one thing I've indulged in this whole season. So, the one question we've had is the Star Store, the new edition. Now, I thought I understood it, and we were talking in the league today, and one of the league mates of mine, Liam, was like, "You don't understand it?" I was like, "I do understand it." He was like, "Dude." And I was like, "Dude." He was like, "Dude." I was like, "Dude." And then I got it. I was wrong. He was right. Okay, so the way this works is as you claim your star tokens, you have to spend your star tokens to earn the ability to use them towards your icons. There's no point in saving the star tokens. That's the one thing that, because I was holding mine. And, I mean, I was going to use them all for boost, but I assumed, I mean, I wanted to unlock the tier 15 or tier 30 where I could commit them to specific positions because I want the defender boost. And, I mean, like right now, look, I've got 150 star tokens, but when you look at any of the icons, it only shows that I have 90. So we were trying to figure out what the difference between the two were. So what it is you have to actually spend your star tokens on resources to be able to reallocate them towards your icon milestones. So if you see right now how I have, it shows 90 progress towards 1,000. If I spend 30, I don't have 30. Oh, you need 150. Okay, so Oh, that's what it is. I already spent them all. Oh, I can't spend anymore. Well, that sucks. But once you spend... See, I've bought 3 at 30. That's 90. That's where that 90 is coming from. You actually have to spend the tokens to reallocate them towards your icon. It's kind of silly, but that's what it is. $5K for that 79 gold? That's crazy. Oh, you redeemed a force match. You don't want me to play you? But you want me to see your squad? Let's see. Are you and I in Are We Friends? Oh, I removed you. Well, we'll remove somebody. Alright, send me a friend request. And we'll check it out. Yeah, even the... Don't spend your money on any of this stuff. It's really not worth any of it. Prices of Team of the Year were dropping. Should I sell? I wouldn't sell anything right now unless you're getting a premium value for it. Sol is 18 million at the moment. Should I sell him and invest in players? That's up to you. Is it a player that you would use? Because that card looks actually pretty strong. That would be a great head-to-head card. I'm assuming that's who I was supposed to friend. That's not you. Here, we'll just empty some of this out. Send me the friend request, and then let me know who I'm supposed to be friending. Who is the best UCL 98? I'm gonna go with Salah, duh. But I really haven't looked at any of their Okay, you sent, but who is it? Because I don't want to accept another friend that's the wrong one again. What's your in-game name so I know which one to select? Galachi looks good. I haven't looked yet. Okay. Now we'll accept. Will Donna rise more? I'm hoping. I still have a few. I've been trying to sell them on 24-hour for starting price of $5 million. Buy it now of $5.9 million. Okay. Who am I going for? We got Halls and Barcelona and Jess Modric. Which one is it? Okay, so I'm checking Halls. Another one for $5K. That's awesome. Okay, so who's the other one? Who am I doing? Jess. Okay. We'll accept Barcelona too because we're just doing it. Okay. So we'll do Jess first. All right, we're giving insight into this. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Will Donna rise to more than 7 million? I doubt it. I would be happy if he rose to about 5 or 6. I would sell him. Oh, that left wing Pulisic's in there. That is a very interesting squad. That is all over the board chemistry-wise. It's so funny because the connection lines almost look rainbow because the chemistry is so out of there. Are you using this for head-to-head? Okay. Well, then chemistry doesn't matter. I don't like the Zaha right wing, but it's only because he's a right-footed player. The only thing about that is so here's something. If you're looking for if you're spamming the crosses, if you're carrying to the corner and sending crosses in, then you want a right-footed right wing because he's curling away from the goal. If you're finishing with your right wing, if you're dragging him towards the box and trying to curl into the upper 90, then you want a left-footed right wing. And it would be the same for the other side. So Pulisic with that right-footed 4-star weak foot. See, that's a left wing that I actually used before Mane came around. But that Zaha, it depends. If you're trying to use him to finish, you're gonna have to either go near post and get him into range, or use him for crossing. He's only got a 62 curve. That would be the one player that I would be concerned about. He's fast as hell, though. 107 pace. How do you like that 93 Martial? That's a pretty strong card. Yeah, that Martial's nice. And that Abraham, that card at 92, that thing gives me trouble. I am constantly taking goals from him. That is a very strong card. It's a pretty good squad. I will tell you that I have Milner at left back, and I love Milner. I like to use him for PKs, but the only reason I have him in my squad is because I'm a Liverpool junkie. That's it. That card is not a very good card. It is so slow. I would much rather have a quicker left back. But I also have him in there just because his boost matches up. That defending boost matches up with, I believe it's Team of the Year Arnold at right back. That's why I have him. Who's better, Abraham or Aguero Carnival? I think Abraham is. I think Abraham is a better card. That Abraham card gives me all kinds of trouble. Yeah, Robertson at left back is a quicker card. Team of the Year Robertson is a really fast card. Yeah, that's the only thing, is this Milner's so slow. Especially when you're dealing with somebody trying to come down the touchline and cross it into the box. I'm constantly having to grab my center back and drag him over to make room for it. That Wan-Bissaka, that's a quick card too. That's a strong card. That's the only thing I would say is Milner is going to give you problems. And I would get rid of your Pickford as soon as you possibly can. Should I replace with Pulisic? That's a good card. I used it. I mean, it's quick. It's decent. Yeah, I mean, that's the only place I would kind of deal with is I would swap Pickford out as soon as you can. And that, honestly, that Team of the Year or that Player of the Month Donnarumma is a great card, and he's still really cheap right now. Okay, so who's the other one I was checking? Halls. Kepa. Yeah, that would be a good choice. I see a lot of people using Kepa lately. Let's see. Ooh. That is such a 4-2-3-1 narrow. Lots of center attacking mids. 97 Martial. How dangerous is that card? Don't worry about the height of a keeper. Height of the keeper doesn't really mean much. Barcelona. Okay, I'll do Barcelona next. That Martial's, it's a decent card. Petit at 92 is a really strong center defensive mid. How do you like the 4-2-3-1 formation though? Milner isn't bad for versus because he has high defending and you're really not worried about outrunning anybody in versus. And his defending stats are really high. It's just head-to-head where he comes into problems. He's just so slow. Yeah, Abraham he can finish corners, but he also has breakaways and can finesse shots in like it's nobody's business. I like this one. This is my favorite of the Van Dijk cards other than the Ultimate. Power heading. That's a decent card. That's the first time I've seen anybody use that right back. This is man, that's crazy. Well, it's the icons. Hold your chemistry together. And Courtois in goal. You can't go wrong with Courtois in goal. That's got to be a tough head-to-head team to play. Yeah, it's not about running with Milner. It's about catching somebody with Milner. Are you getting that 98 Salah? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so DBO, it makes a difference in my opinion. That's why they got 6'8" Serbia keeper. Okay, so my take on height is the way it was explained by EA is physical attributes such as height affect their stats. Their stats are where their gameplay comes from. Their height doesn't affect gameplay. Their stats affect gameplay. Height affects stats. So a taller keeper, if his stats are the same as a shorter keeper, it doesn't matter how tall he is. In game, they take up a set number of pixels. They save based on whether or not their stats go there. So their height really hasn't have anything to do with their performance. Their stats have to do with their performance. But a taller keeper has a better chance of having better stats. So it's kind of like chicken or the egg. Let's see. What do you think about the last 4 matches of Liverpool? Well, I can tell you the last match of Liverpool sucked. The only thing is, though, there comes a point where you have to... was I looking at Barcelona? You have to be okay with... with them kind of dropping off a little bit. They need opportunities to recover, you know. So I'm okay with the last few matches. I think they're going to get better, though. Chelsea will win match against Bayern. I don't know. I'm not a big Chelsea fan. Mane, Messi, Henry. Damn, there are very few players with any training whatsoever here, too. See, I like the rental squads. When you can just unload players like 94 PK, there's no training. Henry's trained. That Mane's 93. Donnarumma's got some money into him. That's a 94 rated card stock, I think. $79 rated pace. That just seems slow for that Modric card. I don't know. All these animated cards give me a headache. Do one last one. It's 105. I need to get off here. Good grief, all those ultimates. Well, see, I think you need to swap out De Ligt and De Jong for ultimates, and Robertson needs an ultimate. You can't just have 4 and not the rest. Come on. Yeah, 120. That's tough. That's a high level card. Here was the one I was going to show. Who was it? Was it John? No. Somebody just switched to a 3. Trying to remember who it was. I can't remember. Let's see. Investment about SBCs. 79, 78 elites. Just anything you can buy cheap enough, that's the way to go. Have I checked Star Pass Sanson, almost like De Jong at 94. Wow, look at that high shot, long shot. Captain, that's a pretty strong card. I sold it right away, tried to grab the decent amount of money. Why do I have a sword symbol next to my name? Because you're a moderator. Alright, that's where I'm going to end it. I got to deal with all these dismissed players and repost everything. And that's where I'm going to end it tonight. Thanks for hopping in. And if you guys check out, I'm going to go over to YouTube now and make the video public. So the UCL video will go live now. Thanks a lot for hanging out tonight, and I'll be back on in about 10 hours or so, and I'll have coffee instead of this in 10 hours. So, one last thing. New microphone, new computer, new camera, everything's good. No glitchiness. High enough resolution, everybody's happy. Good. Alright, see everybody in 10 hours. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow and consider subscribing at Twitch. That way you get notified whenever we go live to stream FIFA Mobile. Don't miss an episode of the podcast My Wife Hates Video Games for an entertaining look at the world of geek, including movies, books, comics, horror, sci-fi, basically everything my wife hates. The links are all below, as well as social media, merch, and my last live comedy album, Life Before the Internet. Still here? Go ahead and enjoy one of these other videos or subscribe it. YouTube up here. That's it. I've got nothing else.